Dear Diary, every day seems the same, but then it's different. Every morning seems the same. I wake up hurting like always, aching, joints hurting, back hurt, everything on me hurt. So I stretch in bed a little bit so I can get loosened up, and I take my pills, my medication, and I wait for them to start working. I get up and I have to let the dogs out because they're waiting on me. I let them out and walk in the kitchen, get me something to drink, come back in and sit on the bed and keep thinking, I really need to get in the shower. I really need a shower. I have to go this evening and pick up my medication because it's ready and I need it. I mean, I'm not out yet, but the thought of driving all the way across town just stresses me out. Why can't I just get in a car and go like I used to? Why can't this fibromyalgia just leave me alone for one day? Well, I got in the shower. Wasn't as bad as I thought. Wasn't as bad as I was dreading. I never know if it's going to hurt or if I'm just going to get so wore out that I have to sit down and then I go back to bed. But this time I was pleasantly surprised. I took a shower and got out and dried off. But the really weird thing is that I dried all off and my face just bubbles with sweat. It doesn't drip. It just like it bubbles. And I can wipe it off and it just comes right back. Just weird. Fibromyalgia, weird. But I did have to come in here and lay back in the bed for a minute and turn the fan on because I was just too hot. And when I get that hot, I start feeling like I might pass out. So I come in here and lay in the bed and turn the fan on, and it feels so good. And my face still bubbles with sweat. I don't get it. I don't get it. But anyway, now I have to get dressed. That'll take me another 30 minutes. Then I'm going to have to get in my car, drive all the way across town, pick up my medication. My friend asked me why I go all the way across town. Why don't I move it closer to where I'm at? Well, it started probably about a year ago, and my pharmacy that I used to go to ran out of my medication. They told me it would be on the truck the next day, and then it was the next day, and then it was the next week. Well, now I'm out of my medication, and I'm hurting. And after 3 weeks, I went to another pharmacy, they were out. Went to another pharmacy, they were out. And I'm going, really? So this pharmacy that I called had it. And they said they never have a problem with it. So that's where I went. I knew it was a little ways out. I just didn't realize it was that far out. But I love the pharmacist. She's really sweet. And they're really nice there. So, and they wait on you pretty fast. And some of the other pharmacies, you have to wait forever. So the drive is hard, but it's not as hard as going to another pharmacy and they run out. So I just decided to keep the one I'm at, even though usually my husband drives, so I don't have to. But sometimes when he gets home, he's really tired, so I'll go. Hopefully he won't be too tired. Maybe he will be okay. He usually goes with me, but I don't ask him to a lot because the type of work he does is really stressful and hard, so I'll go myself. Plus, I feel bad and guilty when I ask him to do something and he's just come home from work and he works so hard. And I feel like it's just so unfair that I can't do more. I get mad at myself, or I'll think to myself, you can do more than that. Just get up and do it. Yeah, right. But my brain still doesn't realize that I can't do stuff I used to do. I don't think once your brain hits a certain age, I don't think it grows any older. Your body does. But my brain keeps thinking, you can do this. Sure I can. And then my body's going, yeah, all right. Yeah, go ahead, try. But I have good days, where I can do more. I feel bad. I feel bad when he comes home and there's a sink full of dishes and he does them after getting off work all day. And he doesn't even gripe it. I doesn't gripe, he doesn't complain. I'm really lucky to have him, and I love him a lot. And then sometimes I think, how does he put up with me? I mean, how does he put up with all this? I don't know. I'm glad he does, and I love him for it. When I first got diagnosed, it was a little different. He didn't quite get it, like how can you get up and go outside and work in your flower garden most of the day, and then the next day you can't move? I don't get it. Well, I didn't get it either, and it took him a while, but he tries to understand the best he can. And he started having shoulder problems and a knee problem. So he's been aching a little bit. And sometimes it bothers him a lot, his shoulder. So I just explained to him, I said, when your shoulder hurts? He said, yeah. I said, well, imagine that all day long, 24/7, 365. It might ease up a little, but it never goes away. And it really clicked then to him. He said, really? I said, but that's just part of it. The aching, the hurting, the fatigue. And he knows about the fatigue now. He knows, because I've been in bed for days at a time. Oh, and the glorious 2 months I had where I still hurt and ached. Still take my medications, in the mornings, but I had energy. I got up, I did things. I did that for 2 months, because the fatigue is what gets you down and it keeps you down. The pain, yes, it hurts. You can take medicine to lessen the pain and push through it. But that fatigue, you can't push through it. There's just no way. But that 2 months was so glorious. And then after the 2 months, I went down. And it was funny. My husband got so used to me up doing things. He goes, what's the matter? Well, I just got back from going and getting my medication. I guess between the shower and the drive, I'm wore out now. That is so pathetic. I sit here and just shake my head at myself because I just don't get it. How can you be that wore out from taking a shower and driving? Oh, well, that's fibromyalgia for you. But I keep the faith that one day there'll be a cure. I hope it's soon. But if not, then I just take 1 minute at a time. I used to be able to say 1 day at a time, but now it's 1 minute at a time. Okay, diary. Well, I'm going to bed now. I'm wore out. That's all I've got for now, diary. I'll write again later.